Good evening, everyone. How is everyone doing? I hope that you all are doing good tonight. I decided to get on to do a quick video tonight. I am starting to feel better. I'm starting to feel better. Of course, I didn't do a live yet because as soon as I start talking a lot, I start coughing. And that has a lot to do with my oxygen level because of the COVID. So I'll be glad when this is over. Of course, I'm gonna start back, doing my lives, and we'll be back to business as usual. I want to thank y'all for your prayers and your emails. I really appreciate that so much. It means so much to me. I want y'all to know that. The reason I wanted to talk about tonight, um, is there a Rico coming to Memphis? And what brought me to this subject is y'all know I've been making calls since I've had time to really just BS and sit at home and call and catch up with friends and stuff and talk. Um, it's because of these people are not playing. Things are completely out of control. And, with a lot of what has been going on in Memphis, you're talking about these car theft rings, these chop shops, um, where VIN numbers and stuff are being changed and things of that nature. Um, all of these gang murders, I do. I believe that a RICO is happening right now as we speak, and that is just my opinion. I do. I believe that a RICO is happening. Normally, I'm not that far off. I was talking to one of my friends earlier who is an officer, who is actually, yeah, in fact, well, he's a lieutenant. He said, it's a shame, how pitiful a lot of these young men have become. The way that they're just gunning down anybody, just anybody, you know. Um, he said, and the thing about it is, and y'all bear with me, y'all, because my breath is short. He said, and the thing about it is, they claim, they gangsters. He said, and they can't even do that right because as soon as we get them, they snitching. They snitching right on each other. Then when they telling on each other because they slick jealous of each other, they go and point the finger at somebody innocent. They go and got they people taking out an innocent person. When the truth is they snitching on each other. He said as soon as a young lady think that her position is shaky, she calling us, telling us everything he got going on. And then pointing the finger at some dude that's in his camp. And then they taking out their own people. This is what's going on, and it's a sad thing. You got people that's got all types of money. They claim they millionaires that's running these chop shops that I believe, and this is my opinion on this now, is what has gotten the ball to rolling on this RICO. Because when you start talking about changing VIN numbers and things of that nature, that's federal. Okay. That's fed. So and that's what has happened. I think about CEO Bobby. He's he's downtown right now. He's got a $215,000 bond. Okay. And he's on the fifth floor. That's unheard of. The fifth floor is a program pod, as I keep stating. That's a low level pod for like trustees and things of that nature. Why his ass up there on that? He's supposed to be on the fourth floor. Okay, with the rest of the levels like he is, with bonds like that. He's high risk. He's supposed to be up there on the fifth floor, so it would seem that they're protecting him. He is directly connected to these chop shops. We do know that. He is right in the midst of it. He's directly connected to it. And I do believe this is what has gotten the ball to rolling as far as this Rico now. I feel like other cans of worms have been opened because I feel like with the people that's connected to these chop shops, I think they got some kind of connection to Dolph's death. I think these are the some of the same people, okay, and a whole lot of other people that we don't even know of yet. So what's going on in Atlanta? It just has not manifested yet here, but it's there. It just has not manifested yet, and I do believe that it's going to be one of. I think what went on in Atlanta is going to be 2 to 3 times bigger here because you start thinking about there are so many people that live in other areas that's connected, you know, um, in Memphis. I think I've been saying that there is some type of connection with Memphis. I think with Memphis, when it happens in Memphis, it's going to be directly tied to Texas. I think it's a lot of people. I think it's a lot of big people who have jeopardized their wealth and their livelihoods because they couldn't take the money and be content. They wanted to be gangsters, and as my friend was saying, they can't even do that right. Because anytime you want power and you start dealing with a lot of little dudes who just want to be in, they ain't got nothing. You ain't really give them nothing. Of course they're gonna tell on you. And I think that's what's happening right now. So yes, I do believe that a Rico is coming to Memphis, and I think it's gonna be bigger, way bigger. Um, I think it's happening right now as we speak, and it's gonna be way bigger than Atlanta because it's gonna stretch out to Texas. I think they're gonna. I know a lot of people talk about Dallas. I believe Dallas is connected, but I just kind of believe in the spirit of God. Just told me Houston is more connected to this right now than Dallas. I believe they're gonna make their way on to Dallas. There's gonna be some connections in Dallas, but I think the bigger connection is Houston. I don't know. I just feel that in my spirit. Um, Normally when I feel something in my spirit, I be on point. So, but yeah, I think it's gonna be way bigger than Atlanta's. I do. And this stuff has got to stop. There's so many things that's out of control. You got people who have made it, want to be gangsters. They have jeopardized because one thing about the feds, they follow the money. They're not going to be content with the little people. They want who is funding the little people. Okay. So it's a lot of wannabe gangsters who just couldn't be content with God blessing them with millions of dollars or thousands of dollars or whatever. That's getting ready to go away for a very long time, in my opinion. And it ain't got nothing to do with none of us. It's got everything to do with the people that are right up under them. You know, because like my friend was said, they want to be gangsters. They can't even do that right because all they do is tell on each other, which is a good thing to them. You know, but with things being out of control, people, and then with the behavior of these young adults, they don't have any guidance. I keep saying that because their parents oftentimes are right in this with them, encouraging them until something happens. Something happens, and then whoever it is that's sending them out, that's got the money, don't pay for their funeral or whatever. Then they use my boy when you knew damn well what that boy was doing and that he was affiliated with that person and what that person was paying them to do. You didn't have no problems with it because you thought you was getting ready to get something. You see what I mean? So I think it's a shame. I mean, I don't. It's not a shame about these folks with this money that's get ready to go. Because if you're blessed to have money, it ain't no reason for you to be running no chop shop rings or having people murdered. or being in no games. Because if even if you was once in them, you should have when you start making money, you should have went in active. Okay, because it only gets you. And then the thing that really gets me is when these people finally start taking them down. Well, that was the white man's job. You done committed all kinds of murder and mayhem in the black community, and you get to hollering about the white man trying to take you down, and you want the black people that was left to bear the brunt of your mayhem to to rally and riot. Why they gonna do that? Hell, they glad you gone. Maybe now their communities can start healing. And a lot of them ain't in the communities anyway. They just sending destruction back to the community, you know. So in my opinion, I just kind of feel like just from what's in the atmosphere, a Rico is in the process of happening in Memphis. And I think it's gonna be it's going to connect to Texas, but I do believe Dallas will be involved, but I just think that Houston is more involved than has more of a connection at this point than Dallas. Although Dallas has a connection now, okay, but it's kind of bigger, I think, as far as what Memphis has going on. The ties are stronger in Houston, because they like to pop folks and go hide out in Houston. They can't hide out in Dallas no more because they figure they own to that. Okay, they figure they own to that, so they pop folks go hide out in Dallas and I mean in Houston and in Miami. Okay, trust me, if I know, they know. That's why I can say it. Okay, so yeah, it's something coming, and it's in the process of happening. This Dow situation has opened up a whole lot of cans of worms, just like I said. They messed around and hit the wrong one, being greedy. They hit the wrong one. They took the wrong one out. My grandmother used to say, the devil will mess himself up trying to mess you up. It was pure jealousy and greed, the reason they took Dolph out. And they done messed around and messed their own asses up. I can't feel sorry for nobody like that because one thing for sure, you know, um, you know, you have to reap what you sow. You have to reap what you sow. This stuff is it was absolutely uncalled for. It was, they recruit these little guys and make them promises and give them dreams because, as I always say, they know that they are poor. And a lot of these parents absolutely know what is going on with their children. They know they know when they get with these record heads and stuff what's going on. They know what they got their kids doing. They don't care. They don't care until and then when somebody, well, I didn't know, I just had thought. What you mean you didn't know? If you got a child that's under 17, really even 18 years old, you should be watching, especially when it's out there what these record heads are doing or are capable of. Watching what your child got going on and not whoring your child out, because that's what's going on. You are allowing it. You basically know what's going on, but you whoring your child out, telling your child to get that money to take us up out the hood. You couldn't give a damn about what they got him doing. And that is the issue. It goes on every single day. So many people are turning the blind eye to what's going on with their children, whether it's got anything to do with a record label or music or not. It could just be they're in a gang and out committing crimes. They turning the damn blind eye because they are benefiting. You know damn well he breaking up into Miss Lula Mae's home on your street. And then you crazy enough and he bringing you her jewelry and her stuff out of her house, and you know damn well he ain't paid for it because he ain't got no job. Where you think he get it from? And then a lot of them are so crazy. You dumb enough to walk up out of your house with that lady's hat on your damn top of your damn head, like she ain't gonna know her shit. My son gave me this. Where you think he get it from? But then the moment he go up into the wrong house and somebody blow out his noodles, his computer down, they ain't had to do my boy like that. He harmless. Like them folks ain't gonna protect their stuff. That's what I'm saying. Turning the blind eye in any situation. Kids, these young adults are very vulnerable. And it's because they got even parents encouraging them to do bad stuff until it turns bad, and then everybody want to play innocent. He end up in jail for the rest. The police didn't have to do that to him. We need to get together and do this. Why ain't nobody gonna get together and rally for your son when all the burglaries stop when he in jail in the neighborhood? Why they gonna do that? They glad his ass gone. And hope he stay gone. Okay. So it has to start at home. You need to get them before the law gets them. Okay? You need to get them before the law gets them. Because even with them doing all the snitching they doing, and I hear it's a lot of snitching going on. I hate to say snitching. A lot of telling going on. Okay? I hear it's a whole heap, like my grandma used to say. That's really in the atmosphere. Because they wanna be they gangster enough to do the crime, but they ain't gangster enough to do the time. As my friend was said, they want to be gangster. They can't even do that right. They fail miserably at that. Okay? Because they get to telling on all their friends and stuff to get themselves out of trouble. Okay? And then lying and getting somebody else knocked out when you know damn well they was the one that told it, and innocent people getting knocked out. Okay? So do I think a Rico is coming? It's already here. It's in the atmosphere. And I do believe that those chop shops got it to going. And it just opened up a whole nother can of worms because now everybody's telling on each other. And it seemed like to me everybody being protected. As far as Shondell Barnett, I don't, yeah, excuse me, I'm trying to keep from coughing. As far as Shondell Barnett, I think I had said, even in the beginning, when I called my cousin, because I was wanting to know who dropped the ball in Indiana. Told you he's a police lieutenant for the Indianapolis Police Department. His dad was police chief right over there, my uncle in Anderson, Indiana. He said, "Cuz, what you talking about?" Because, see, he told me what had happened when they were stopped. I knew then, they got a tip they was in that hotel room. I knew then. Nobody told it but Shondell, but hey. But when he said they let him go, I said they mistakenly let him go. He said, "We ain't got no bolo." He said, "We ain't getting no bolo. Let me check something. Let me check Muncie and some more places around Indiana. See if they got some bolos." He called me back, "Cuz we ain't got no bolo. We didn't know he was mistakenly let out. If he was mistakenly let out in the state of Indiana, we have to have our officers to be on the lookout." So, y'all figure that one out. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Y'all just figure that one out. But all right, you guys, I wasn't intending to do a video for that. I said it was gonna be 10 minutes, so it's 20 minutes. But I wanted to to do a video because I'm feeling better tonight. Like I said, once I start, I can't do a live yet because once I start talking too long, I lose my breath, and so I start coughing and stuff, and I don't want to be all on the live just consistently coughing, right? But that's what I want to say. I had to. Is a Rico coming to Memphis? I feel like it is already here. Okay, it is, I feel like it is already here, and I feel like, in my opinion, it's gonna manifest before this summer over. Ain't no need of nobody running and hiding. Them folks already got what they need. Okay. All right, you guys. I'll talk with you guys later. Y'all have a good night.